Let's get ready to rumble. Welcome to Bullshit TV. I am your host. Okay, I don't know what's going on, but Mr. Mullins, he has a wrestler name, uh, MarkWayne Mullins. He is a congressman for Oklahoma, and I guess during one of these hearings that he stood up and he said he wanted to have it duke it out right there at the right time at the right place during this hearing. He wanted to fight the president of the Teamsters division, um, Mr. O'Brien, who is the president. So he was basically a witness. He's not a representation of any state. He's just a representative of the Teamsters Union. Uh, you know. So I guess they had it out because of a tweet that was made by Mr. O'Brien back in the summer of this year, 2023. And I guess Mr. Mullins took the time, and that was the place because he was face to face with this accusation. And he said, if you're ready to go, let's go. So Mr. Mullen is, I guess, a former MMA professional fighter. But I think he's picked his right fight at the right place at the right time because Mr. O'Brien is the president of the Teamsters, and we have to remember the Teamsters is started or was a co-founder or the president or top notch guy was Jimmy Hoffa. Okay, Jimmy Hoffa had some parts of the Teamsters back when he was alive. You know what I'm saying? Now Jimmy Hoffa is missing. He was a very violent man. Let's just say it. If you don't believe me, you can go and look your history up if you want to know who really Jimmy Hoffa was and why it was a big thing about it. Because everybody don't really know the extent of the Jimmy Hoffa story. It was once upon a time on Netflix. So just put in Jimmy Hoffa, and I'm pretty sure the movie will pop up if it's still on there. But you can just put it in your search engine. It doesn't matter what type of um, phone carrier that you do have, you're affiliated with, you are able to look this up and find that movie because Jimmy Hoffa started basically the unions to protect them from greedy CEOs. What Mr. Mullins is accusing the Teamster president of saying. That's why the unions were started. And Jimmy Hoffa won about that. He was about that life. You know what I'm saying? Because it was scenes of the movie, it was stories that I've read also that he was a violent individual, only when push came to shove. So that is the reason why I believe that I gathered from just the history of the Teamsters. So, Mr. Mullins, you might bit off more than you can chew because it's a whole division of unionized citizens that is ready to jump ship on you if you get what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Even if you are a professional fighter, unionized people are ready to fight. You see what just happened with the UAW. They won their contract and they didn't get exactly what they wanted, but they got all of them for that. You know what I'm saying? But it's such a sad day to see that this is what you pay for. This is what you voted for. You know what I'm saying? That's why some people I believe don't want to vote because of this situation like this. But this keeps the interest of me to tell you and to be able to put my opinion in on it. Because if anybody else at any job, you will be fired, probably with charges. You know what I'm saying? I don't really understand how these people are telling, because basically, you know, assault at work, but it is what it is for now. It's starting to heat up some SummerSlam type shit, and you just had McCarthy allegedly elbow one of his constituents in the fucking kidneys. And everybody is surprised that the Republican Party has boiled down to it. But this is how this country was found. You know what I'm saying? Violence. It was never an even playing field. They can never talk it out or be able to come to a medium bipartisan because they just want to take, take, take. So for Mr. Mullins to do this, and you're barking up the right tree today, because they say you shouldn't do it because of the destructive pattern, the destructive path that it could lead to. You know what I'm saying? Some shit that you really don't want to get into. Well, maybe that's should how it happened. Maybe this country need to be rebuilt, because that's how this country is here today. It was destroyed, stolen, and refounded, I guess you want to say that, by the constitutions and the founding father, even though those are just blatant lies if you read in between the lines. But until next time, I'm your host.